So you can pay 2 days, you can go to a 2-day seminar. You can pay, what is it, 25,000 nowadays or 10,000 for a seminar? What is the price in Mumbai? 25,000. You can attend 2 days, you can attend 4 a year if you're really brave. You're spending a lakh to get motivated. What's he going to do? Or spending a lakh just to feel good. Your biggest test in life are two things. Making money for survival to build and the biggest test is marriage. Hardest of all things on earth. Ask me. I know. My first 5 years of marriage, my first year was good, second year was good, third was horrific. Fourth was outrageously horrific. Because being married to a coach is not an easy thing. Because we think we know everything. And remember, the wife knows everything. Just get that clear from the beginning. But at that time, you know what it was? It wasn't that we thought about, you know when you love someone, but you hate them because you love them so much, and they don't listen to you, and you don't listen to them, but you won't let them go because you love them. So I was like that, you know, like, I think, what the hell am I doing here? I want to get out of here. I want my freedom back. I want this back. But I realized one day that, you know, I'm sitting here blaming everybody, but it's me. Because if I don't have the courage to stand up for myself, so who's to blame? Me. If I don't have the courage to say no, who's to blame? Me. If I don't have the courage to take ownership of my family and be an example, who's to blame? Me. And when I reversed it to myself, my world changed. Because I said, I can make my marriage work. I can make everyone around me work if I take ownership of it. So when I did that, my whole marriage changed. My wife, I can say this comfortably and safely now, my wife cannot live without me, and I know that. Before, she couldn't live with me. What's changed? I changed. She probably did too, but I don't know. You want to change your wealth, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to change. I'm telling you now, this day today will be the most important wealth program in the history of your life. Because I'm not going to bullshit you and say it's all going to be okay, because it's not going to be okay unless you change. For things to change, and I'm telling you now, the people around you will not let you change because they love you and they want to protect you. And the last thing you need in your life is protection. You need some risk. All the greatest people on earth that are remembered till humanity were risk takers. They were people that took action, made decisions, knew what they wanted, were crystal clear in their direction. Yet most of us, think about it, this is what we do. We're born, we're fed by our parents, we grow up, we go to school, we're told to be disciplined, keep quiet, talk when you're spoken to. You pass your exams, you get fail, you're a failure, you're a failure. You're amazing. Then we get comparisons. Look how great that person is. What are you doing? Look how great that person is. What are you doing? Anyway, we find our personality. We now become independent, and then we get told, get a job, start a business. You go into a job. You work. The guy above you decides your promotion. Your expenses go up. Then your goal is to get married. Get married. Then your goal is to have children. Then you have children. Then your goal is to educate your children. Then you educate your children. Then your goal is to save money. Then you save money. Then your goal is to die. Then you die. And you're on a treadmill. You ask people, where are you going? I haven't got a clue. Where are you going? Oh, I'm making money to pay my expenses. That's your purpose? How exciting. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to live like that. I hope you two don't. Ever. Be such a disappointment to humanity when some young people like these guys are on this speed meter and then they end up going on a treadmill. You know what happens on the treadmill? Where do you go? Nowhere. You can walk for hours and you're still in the same place. Make your mind up, guys. I'm serious. And the quickest way to change is to hang around with the right kind of people. There are people out there that can hang around with people, and that influence can make them put a bomb on their chest and go and blow it up. That's the power of association. Crazy. You can mobilize a whole army of people right now to hate somebody, and they will go. And you can mobilize an entire country to love somebody, and they will love. That's the power of Mastermind. Who am I hanging around with? What are their values? What do they believe? What kind of codes do they have running? What kind of association? Some of you got, I had a friend. 12 years he was my friend. Came to my house 6 days a week. Like brother. Found the girl. Had a little argument with my wife. Never spoke to me again. 12 years, disappeared. But the moment he went, my whole life changed. All the toxic environment of people disappeared. Some of you guys are hanging around with friends that will never allow you to grow. The envy. So let's find some amazing people and hang out. Lose some weight. Get fit. Get financially fit. Bring your kids up in a way that they say, oh my God, my father knows what he's doing. My mother knows what they're doing. Because the truth is, if you don't have a good bank account, you don't know what you are doing. Nobody's going to tell you as plain as that. I am. If you hate me, I don't care. I don't care. Because I'm the truth coach. I tell people the truth, including myself. I'm not one of those that tells the world. I tell myself every day. And I'm saying to you, I want you all to be rich in the next 12 months. Every one of you. And if you're not, don't say, say me. Otherwise, I'm going to walk out of here and go back on the treadmill. And then you're going to say, I'm tired. Then you're going to bring your whole family on the treadmill, all together. You do what I did. Come, come, come. No, Dad, I want to go on this path. No, no, you keep quiet. Follow me. I have people come up to me and say, you know what? I'm 55 years old now. As if you're old? Really? You're young. 55 is the new young. And someone says, oh, I'm only 18. How can I run a business? Mark Zuckerberg took over the world at 22. The world has changed, guys. When 5G comes out, you can sit at home and you can make 10 lakhs a month on your phone. Anyone heard of OLX? You can make 10 lakhs a month on OLX. Now. You think everyone's saying, how? I'm not telling you. What did I tell you for? Literally, you can buy a property in this country, or not even in this country, abroad even, you're allowed to, with no money down, and get 8% a year return. How? I'm not telling you. What should I tell you for? You can borrow money almost interest-free from a non-institution, like a group of people. You've heard of crowdfunding? Anyone heard of crowdfunding? Anyone not heard of crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is, you have an idea, you present the idea to the world, and people give a bit of money. Someone give 100 rupees, someone give 1,000, some give 500. And they just fund your project. And if you do well, you either give them back a better percentage or you give them the product. So I buy a lot of stuff on Indiegogo, which is a crowdfunding website. I buy stuff. Some of the stuff never gets completed, so it's a risk. But I like crowdfunding people. If you have a project today, let's say you want to do YouTube, and you need some money, right? Maybe to put some content or ads out. So how much you need? 1 lakh? Let's say you need 1 lakh, right? Where are you going to get it from? Who's going to give it to you? No one, anyone going to give you? No, of course they will. If these guys give you 50 rupees, 100 rupees each in the crowdfund, you have 1 lakh. Boom. Yeah. So that's crowdfunding. Now, how do you do a crowdfunding project? There's ways to do that. Some of you got businesses and you need money. Let's say you got a new idea, a new product. Where do you get the money from? There are people that are crowdfunding their videos. They want to make movies. They crowdfund them. And the whole world funds it. There's charity crowdfund. You want to build a mandir or a masjid or a gurdwara, whatever you want to do, right? You can put the project online and the whole world will give you the money. How cool is that? So you don't even need that. And you get the money for free. Wow, and you're young. So you get it 10 times faster. People love young people. So what I'm trying to say, there's so many ways. What about, for example, which is the best investment in India? What is the best thing to invest in India? Take a guess. Anyone? Okay, property? No, not really. Huh? Education is a great industry, no doubt about that. But what's a good sound investment that you can buy and then chill? Gold? Yeah, I'm a big gold fan. But what's better than that? Share market, really? My dad said to me, if you can't stand on it, don't buy it. But of course, most of the millionaires in the world made money online with the stock market, almost all of them. But to start off with, what is safe? Land? What kind of land? Correct. Agricultural land. What are the best investments on earth to do? And you're thinking, I'm not a farmer. Who told you to be a farmer? Investing in oneself, I'm assuming you'll do that anyway. If you don't invest in yourself, you're never going to be wealthy. If you look at your yearly amount of money you spent, if you're not investing, I don't know, at least a lakh of rupees on yourself, then you're not going to grow. You're not going to happen. So most people don't even know where to invest. You're going to do what everyone does: buy gold, buy a property, and then that's it. Get a degree and go back on the treadmill. That's the point. Some of you are running really fast as well. Like you got the treadmill on 10 speed, and you're running like a bullet thinking you're going somewhere. You're actually in the same place. All I'm saying is this. For things to change, you have to change. For things to get better, you have to get better. I'm fortunate. My family is really good. Very positive family. Brothers, sisters, everyone is positive. My relatives are quite cool as well, in fact. I don't have really negative relatives. But if I had negative relatives, I would find myself an external group of people that I don't have to, that I can talk to. I can talk to you guys. I can tell you what I think. Right? And I'm not going to judge you. You're not going to judge me. It's cool. And I go to someone else and say, I want to be rich. They say, how are you going to do that? Look at you. Who do you think you are? Where are you going to get the money from? You're only 18 years old. What are you going to do? No one's going to believe you. Keep your feet to the ground. I'm going to say, let's fly. Why should I keep my feet to the ground? Must get a stable job. Who said? If you're in a job, stay in a job. Do your job full time and work on your dream part time. Who's stopping you? At least before you die, leave some legacy. And in the will, write down, my kids will not get this till they're 40. I swear, don't give them anything, because they'll blow it. By the time you're 40, you've made every stupid mistake on earth, you become sensible. I'm going to show you a video of some of the masterminds that we do. I want you to get an idea. Here's a visual for you. Pictureize this. You work all week in your job or business, and now you have a day to get away. You come to a hotel, maybe like this, and in that room is about 100 people, maybe 2, maybe 5, we don't know. And the whole objective is, in the first gap, is an introduction. You're introducing each other, networking. And then you have what they call the brainstorming session. And that is where everybody on a specific subject does a brainstorming session. And then you have a breakout session. And in the breakout session, there's like 500 subjects. How to make money online. How to invest your property. Now, not done by me, not everything. There are greater people than me in these professions. Who am I? I don't know everything. I'm smart, you see. I get acquired knowledge, and I get people to share it. And then I say to you, you know what? Once a month, you will get a live video feed in the room, live, from someone who's a real millionaire, who's come from nothing. Like, I'll give you an example. You've heard of Hare Krishna Exports? Anyone heard of him? You heard of the guy who gives away diamond cars and apartments? Sauji Bhai, yeah? What a great guy. Anyone know him? Anyone met him? So Sauji Bhai is a really good friend of mine. And one of the most incredible families I've ever met in my life. And I'm not kidding you. He starts off as a diamond dealer, a polisher, 2,500 rupees a month his salary. Today his company does the equivalent of 5,000 crores a year. He's down to earth. He gives more charity than anyone else I know. Hospitals, schools, all of his employees have health benefits, insurance, school education for the entire kids of the family. He's got a sports complex in his factory where he does yoga and cricket and dance, and it's brilliant. All the families sit together and eat food. The bonding between the brothers is unstoppable. Now, when I met him, he invited me to be a speaker at one of his events. There were 12,000 people there. It was a Hindi program. My Hindi is not very good, but I still did a Hindi program. And everybody loved it. They invited me home, and we became good friends. And he was telling me his story, and I just didn't believe him. He said, I started off as a polisher. But he goes, in my mind, I always knew what I wanted. I always knew what I wanted. I was clear from the beginning. And what his greatest, look, I'm talking about him right now. His greatest asset was to be able to get people and utilize people in a very productively positive way. If he called me today, like on my birthday, he'll call and say, hey, happy birthday. He doesn't have to do that. But he goes out of his way and connects with people. If he calls me today and says, can you come to Ahmedabad or Surat? I would go now because I like the guy. So he'll be one of the speakers. He will teach you what he did. He'll teach you about all the other stuff. There's another guy from a company called Uttam Galva Steel, which is another friend of mine. He's a billionaire. Started off an immigrant, a Hindu immigrant from Pakistan who came here as a refugee, and now doing over 5.5 or 8, between 5 and 7,000 crores a year. Started with nothing. One thing in common, we knew what we wanted. Great group of people around them. So I want you to learn from real, not rubbish textbook coaches. You know, oh, I read a book on how to be rich. Now I'll do a seminar on how to be rich. Doesn't work, right? Let's find real human beings. Like Gemini, for example, could help you lose weight. She's not a weight loss coach, but if she said to you, right, look, I lost weight, follow me, you'll do it. So what I'm trying to say to you is that, so imagine you coming to a meeting, you're brainstorming, you've got breakout sessions, and you do this for a year. What's the worst case? What's the worst case scenario? What's going to happen? You can only get better. It beats going to a seminar, spending 4 days, like 8 days in a year, meeting people, rah, 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 and rah. Have you been to seminars before, anyone? Any kind of seminar. How long does the motivation last? It doesn't last. Can you build a body in the gym in a day? You got to go consistently.